Last week was huge, massive, epic, and any other synonym for colossal you can think of, as we finally installed most of our Sena windows onto Merāai. It was not all plain sailing, but the end result was jaw-droppingly stunning. This week we back at the grind as our deadline for completion looms ever closer. Work on the driver and passenger doors and windows continues. We start to gather all the components for our upcoming nose job on Merāai. Miriki pays her baby a long overdue visit. And we show you some amazing engineering as Merāai goes bionic. All this and so much more in episode 104 of A Dream Called Merāai. It is a new week, it is a new day, and we will have the usual challenges lining up in a lekker little line wanting to descend on us and make our lives a little bit more difficult. What a week. Look at the baby. Still can't stop looking at her when I walk in here, looking gorgeous. Right, so our windows are in. What we now need to do is get our doors sorted out so we can fit these doors, and hopefully the guys from Sena can get our glass to us soon, and so we can install this. Another important part of our build, which we're going to hopefully move to soon, is that, our nose. But okay, let's see what the boys are up to. Before we see what the boys are up to, I need to show Merāai's ma and namesake Miriki what we did last week. My soulmate is in Cape Town on contract, so her visits to Merāai are few and far between. I think she liked what she saw. I mean, you saw the windows on the insert. What's it like when you see it now in the flesh?
It's actually quite unbelievable. It feels like the real thing. Finally, I don't know, it's just like, it just makes it a reality that one may be able to live in this and travel in it. And it looks very professional and very beautiful.
We really did think that by now we would be driving around in our dream. We have moved our completion date a few times, and it is also plain to see that the next goal at the end of November is as likely to happen as it is to meet an honest South African politician. Our biggest challenge in completing our build are our finances. The longer it goes on, the more challenging Miriki's and my future will be. On that note, we will soon see who gets crossed off the list of potential t-shirt winners in our Guess the Completion Date competition. If you want a shot at winning a rare, limited edition t-shirt, please post your date that we will drive out of East Coast Scratch and Dent on episode 99 on YouTube. Right, let's get to it. Our driver and passenger door frames are being adjusted to accommodate the windows that Sena Glass left for us to install. The problem arose when we saw that the windows that Sena bought with, although being the right size, Merāai's window frames were totally different. Rocky has been tasked with cutting the door frame to a size that will accommodate our sexy new windows. It is a lot of work, but the frames must be perfect. With all the activity around Merāai, the guys decided to cover our new windows as a precaution. There's also work going on the bottom half of our doors. Chris has been working on the clearance on our front door. Because we've got much bigger wheels on now, if we kept the whole shape of the door, every time we went over a bump, it would like bend down and stab the wheel, and we can't have that. So the doors are going to have a bit of a narrower bottom section, and the wheel arch that we got follows the shape that has busy been made. This change to the door shape is crucial to the next stage of our build, Merāai's nose. So as soon as our doors are done and the windows on these doors are done, next baby to tackle, Merāai's nose job. But I am getting way ahead of myself. In the paint shop, work has been done on the last of our interior panels and our inside kitchen storage drawer. Our Canadian 480 watt solar panel frame is ready to be installed on Meraaai's roof. I thought the initial gap between the panel and the vehicle roof was too big. We have lowered the bracket by quite a bit. There is still ample space for airflow beneath the panel though. The panel now sits nice and flush just behind the aircon unit, which has also been dropped deeper into our ceiling. Auto Mike keeps popping in to add some or other relay or to check some or other switch or light. Today it's to see if our pirated blower/heater unit is working. It is.
Uh-huh. So it's got 2 speeds. I thought you said it only had 1 speed.
I just bypassed the thing. I just twist it together inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
And now it's working.
Yeah, now it's working.
We have been scavenging parts from whatever. I mean, this here looks like a dog's breakfast, but we will really make it look like new. And these are all off vehicles that our friend off-grid Donald has got lying around. He's got all these wrecks. But they're working. Now is a good time to address our own wreck, Meraaai's nose. Alrighty, time to do some changing. A long time ago, we bought these babies. My headlights. Agricultural units used on combine harvesters that lights up a whole damn milli field. Fantastic, fantastic, very solid, rugged lights. Well, they ain't gonna work. We've been sitting looking at the nose and a niggle has been, what if I ding this? How do I get it replaced? Now, I got this from Sparrex in Durban. It will be such a mission to replace it. So we are now redesigning our nose at this stage of the game. But we got some damn good ideas. We're still going to use these. These I can use as spots quite low down on the front. So they will not go to waste. Brahm called a contact and we placed an order for a new set of headlights. Chris then did some measurements for a front grille. So Meraaai's nose is going to be a bit of a Frankenstein job. We've got a Ford Ranger bumper, which we are highly modifying, chopping it up. We're using Ford Ranger, I think it's a 2016 3-litre headlights to replace my industrial combine harvester lights. And we are looking now for a grille. And I've got a couple of ideas. The next day, Chris was busy wrestling with a front door frame and window when Brahm produced this piece of awesomeness.
This one here, when you're putting lights, you're gonna have dims here. The second one, when you're putting bright.
Auto Mike is in his element. I think he is far more comfortable working with these lights than with my agricultural lights. These Ford Ranger lights, along with this grid, damn I love Take-A-Lot, and our bumper, are all going to become part of the only Mercedes Benz Meraaai on planet Earth. Then more shopping arrived. This is from the courier guy. This, my friends, is our little hand basin in our ablutions. And it's from a company called Chili Bee. So thank you, Rita and Antonius. You guys rock. Before I say you rock, let me open it up and see what our little basin looks like. The basin is perfect for what we need. To keep things simple, we only have one water point in the shower and we will use our hand shower to fill the basin. Nikki has also been a busy boy, adding the last of our panels and a few more bits and pieces. Inside Meraaai, Nikki has been busy just putting in little things like these little racks you see behind me that have been secured. That's just for us to put our Kindle in, your book, a cell phone. Nikki has also made the backing for our hanging space cupboard. The wood still needs to be sealed and painted white. The workshop fairies at East Coast Scratch and Dent have been very busy. What you see here is a whole lot of stuff that has been lying around Meraaai. Some of it is Meraaai's and the guys need to go through it to see what can be salvaged, what can still be used, particularly regarding our drivetrain to get Meraaai mobile. Apparently there is stuff here that we can use. How this stuff will be used is a mystery. After a couple of hours, all the stuff has been magicked away. All of that mess has been whittled down to that little pile you see under the staircase. Now in that little pile is stuff that we think we could use if we need to somewhere on Maraai. I guess this is the kind of stuff that gives people like Markaplan Chris a fat gill. Most of this week has seen Chris been doing some serious metalwork on our spare wheel bracket, Maraai's very own bionic arm. Cutting and grinding, adjusting, planning, fastening, test fitting, more test fitting. Chris is doing some final tweaks to our spare wheel bracket. I mean, this thing is like this is a machine he's made. So hopefully in a couple of minutes Luke's going to show me exactly how it works. A bit more tweaking and grinding, and we are ready to see how Maraai's bionic arm will work. Chris gets his mini-me Nikki to carry the arm to the rear of the vehicle. The arm gets attached to the brackets that Chris made a few days ago. We need a system that will make changing a heavy tire a breeze for both Miriki and I. The arm is ready for its acid test. This is the only one of these anywhere in the world. Anywhere. It is one thing being the only one around, but will it work? The spare wheel is brought closer.
And Chris has wrapped that strap all the way around the tire. It goes up over that pulley to a little handle that just about looks him Brahm in the face now.
Brahm winches a tire to its bracket and it gets secured in place. So this is pretty ingenious. You know, you've got the crank handle to take the weight. It's a 900-pound manual crank handle, and then the strap, it just brings it up, and then you fasten it in position so you don't break your back hoisting the spare wheel up. So this is really, really a natty piece of engineering. The natty engineering also looks good. But wait, that's not all.
So Brahm, what if I want to access the stuff behind here?
The bolt, you're going to turn it and it comes out. Okay. You swing your arm away, and then you can access your storage facility at the back.
And so Maraai joins the ranks of other famous superheroes as she flexes her new bionic muscles. Maraai, the bionic Bokkie. That's it for this week. A busy week, a bitty week, lots of things going on, I'm hoping that next week we will have a lot of movement here on the side, on our doors, on both sides of the vehicle, and the wheel arches, because that will lead us into this nose area. And so while Chris serenades me out here with his grinder, I just want to thank you all for the support, and I will let you know who is going to be knocked off the list for your guests in our t-shirt competition, because that is coming up. In the meanwhile, you must just please look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, and keep safe. Remember to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You will find us under A Dream Called Meraai. Until next time, keep your dreams alive.